I just thought I'd come on beginning of this video to explain. I did record this video a couple of weeks before Christmas, and it's now the 11th of January, but I just haven't had a chance to edit it. Our UK work got busy, and then it was Christmas, and then I was off for a couple of days, and then it was New Year, and in fact I've got sort of 2 or 3 videos that I haven't edited properly yet. So if there was something that was, that was relevant then but is not relevant now, I apologise, but it made sense at the time. I'd like to say thanks to everybody that subscribed. I've got a couple of people saying that they're not getting notifications when I post, and I'm not sure why. I've checked everything switched on at this end. It's supposed to be that when you click on the little bell, when you subscribe and you click on the little bell, that you get notifications of when I post, but for some reason some people are not getting that. But if that happens to you, if you could report it to YouTube, and maybe they can do something about it. I don't know, but thanks for subscribing anyway, and anybody that's bought me a coffee, and anybody that's bought merch, that's great. It just makes my day where people are that interested, you know. So I will post this one, and then, well, I've obviously posted this one because you're watching me, so and I'll try and get the other one sorted out soon, and I shall catch up with you next time. Take care. Hello, welcome back. Some of you might know that Valencia has suffered terrible floods recently. Now they're cleaning up. I'm not in the area that was absolutely devastated, but I'm on the outskirts of it, and you can see by the side of the road the whole place just got covered in mud. I was talking to a colleague from when I did my own work, and she was saying that some of the companies, I used to do a lot of plants out to Spain, some of the nurseries, they're just completely washed out, just don't exist anymore. But as you follow this footage as I'm going along, you can see they're out now. All this road was just mud. You can see where they've pushed it all to the side. They are clearing out all the guttering on this, I don't know what it's called, something, but anyway, they're clearing it all out, because in the summer that gets all overgrown. But the other parts that we're not allowed, you can't get to, the other parts that are absolutely devastated are still devastated. Nothing. The government is under pressure, and there's been protests and things because they didn't help. It's all washed down through the mountains, so it washed a lot of houses away, and the cars, I'll see if I can get the footage further on, the amount of cars, and they're just, I mean, there's thousands of cars that are just wrecked. They were just in the street and they're just wrecked, and they're piled up on the side of the road. There's a parking area down here I'll try and get footage of that you'll see, and the cars are just parked, and obviously it's insurance, but they're just parked and they're just left, and there's absolutely nothing anybody could do. It happened really, really quickly. It just sort of, a torrent of water came down and brought all the mud down. You can see from this snapshot at Google Maps the roads that were shut and the area it was. Now that AP7 is the main Valencian bypass, the main route around Valencia. You can go through the city, but they don't like you doing it with a lorry. That was the whole idea of building a bypass, and this week they've stopped you going in unless you go through at night. Even to go to the docks to pick up the containers, you can't go through. And what happened was, a lot of the roads in Spain are concrete foundations, and the bridges and everything are made out of concrete, but from what I can see, the concrete is still sort of in one piece. But what happened is the force of the water has come down and washed away the earth that's around it, so the motorway above it has just collapsed. So what they've done now is built a tiny bit of bypass around that. It's what, 3 kilometres, something like that, and it has got a really high speed limit on it, but at least it's got the motorway open again and it's got the traffic moving, because the queues have been horrendous. I don't know if you noticed when I was coming along in the sides, you can't really see too much, but you can still see all the mud everywhere, and everything was just covered with mud, and they've had the street cleaning things out and everything, and they're still doing it, and you can still see it on the sides. And if you notice underneath the trees on the sides, the ground is just flat, where the water is just seeped away, but it's just flat. But they are cleaning these culverts out, and say in the summer they're just overgrown, so that it obviously didn't help either. I mean, you can see these haven't been done, but there's people's belongings all just piled up, and there was rows and roads of it, like tons and tons. I don't know what they did with it, but these on the side, can you see if I turn that, see that all those cars, they're just washed out, and that's just a few of them. I see there's another field round the corner. I'll see if I can get a picture of that. I'll see if I can get it when I go round the corner. There you go, that's a bit better. And you see the fields just covered with mud, all the olive trees and the orange trees just covered with mud, and that's how everybody's house was. And all these cars on the left, you can see, are just all write-offs. I just wanted to share that with you. I mean, it's been absolutely devastating for the Valencians, and the amount of cars, they're just piled up. Some of them are like 4 and 5 high on the side of the roads, and you see they're not even in fields like the ones I showed you. Anyway, back to today. Now, something very, very strange has happened this week. As you can see, you might have recognised from the times I've driven past, this is Benidorm. And what is strange is, because Spain have different Christmas holidays to we do, I can't get loaded. So I think this has only happened, this is only the second time it's happened while I've been working here. I'm going to have a 45-hour break, like a weekend break, away from home. Normally I get back for my 45s. So in the time I've been here, just over 2 years, this is only the second time it's happened, and that's not really our fault. I was ready to load. The transport manager had got everything organised, and then the people said, no, actually we're going to finish early because we're on holiday tomorrow, and the earliest we can load you is Saturday. Now, although I have done lots of deliveries around Benidorm, me and my colleague years ago, we used to deliver Heineken, the beer, down here, to a lot of expats and a lot of warehouses. We did that regularly, especially through the summer. But I've never actually been on a jolly to Benidorm. I've never actually been on holiday to Spain. I've just always seen enough of it when I'm working. So this place here, my pal has given me directions to. He said it's not particularly all singing, all dancing, all shiny. He said, but it's very, very safe. So he said, he gave me some directions, which I won't go into because they were very amusing. So he gave me his directions. He said, turn left at this building, we'll say, and then it's up there on the right. So this is it anyway. But it's just a parking area. They've got a shower and they've got a toilet, but there's no cafe or anything. But the people live on site, and it's got cameras and everything, so it's like really secure. And all the coaches park at this end, and the lorries park at the top. And they're nice people, and it doesn't cost a fortune. But from here, you can walk into the town and down to the beach. So you just got to wait for the guy to see you, and then he'll call you up. There he is. So I'm going to park here. And the thing is that parking somewhere like Benidorm, if you get stuck there, there's loads of hotels and things that you can use. I'm going to stop with my friend, but apart from, like, if you're only here for 24, you can park here. That's not a problem either. But I mean, there's loads of hotels and everything if you're here longer. So I'll get parked up, and then we'll see what's going on. it's not very busy today, but it does get busy in the summer. I don't know, and I don't know how many people are coming, so you won't park tight, you don't just abandon it, and then if people come after you, at least you can get them all in. I say he does charge for parking, I can't remember what it is now, €6 or €8, something like that a night, but he lives in that place. Oh, here he comes, hang on. Oh no, one of the ears.
Hi.
Hello. Hi.
2 days.
2.
2 days?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. That's the dad, and they both, him and the son, both speak English, but I'll take a wander over in a minute and go and pay the other guy. Doesn't look too shabby in the sunshine. One thing about the nice weather. I'm going to get a shower and I'm going to take a walk into town. Make sure I've got my personal alarm with me and see what's going on. Just go on an adventure. So I took loads of photos last night. The place is amazing. For a small town girl like me, my mind was blown. And I don't drink, so I just wandered around for hours. Yeah, absolutely amazing. I took loads of videos last night. I'm basically a rock chick, and this Johnny Hellraiser was absolutely brilliant. Brilliant guitar player. I mean, I know they're in Benidorm, and I know they're not in Wembley, but the people I saw were absolutely brilliant musicians. I did take some videos, but talking to my friend about copyright, we're not sure if I could put them on or not. So I went to see Elvis for an hour and a half, and then I went to see Bay City Rollers. And entertainers, they were really, really good. So, welcome back. that was my 45 hours off, basically. I just had a good time walking around and seeing things. I mean, not really my place. Oh, I should have cleaned that window, shouldn't I? You can see the sea down there. Sorry about the dirty windscreen. There you go, there's the sea. Lovely day. It was warm during the day, but cold at night. So, well, cold. You had to put your cardi on. You know, it wasn't our sort of cold. It was just went a bit chilly. But at least you could sleep. But it looks nice from a beer, doesn't it? Really nice. And then I walked along the beach today before I came away. Had some breakfast, and yeah, it was just nice. I don't think I'd want to do more than 2 days. 2 days was enough for me, but every day's an adventure, as they say. But amusingly, my sister has been married forever. I can't remember how many years, and in the 70s, would it have been 79 she got married, maybe? Anyway, she came on honeymoon to Benidorm, so I'm sure a lot has changed in that time. Anyway, back to work. We're going up to load citrus fruit this afternoon. It's Saturday today, but they are waiting for me. They said they'll wait till early afternoon because I couldn't start till midday. So normally they finish at midday, and I'm about an hour and a quarter away from them. But they said they'll wait. So we'll go up here, and I'll leave you with some views because I know everybody loves the views. And I'll bring you back when we're nearer the place. We're nearly there. That's an interesting sky, isn't it? Them little clouds. Almost looks like it's the wrong way up and it should be on the floor because it's snow. Does that make sense? I know, my imagination running wild. Somebody's going to tell me it's some of those clouds. It's because of this, but I just think it looks interesting. I've actually done a video of this place before, so some of you might recognise it. I don't know how to pronounce the place, it's just south of Candia. But we can't actually get to it from this side of the road, so what I'm going to have to do is go past it, then come off at the next junction, do a U-E and come back. I'll show you in a minute. Where those red roofs are on the left there, that's where we want to be, but I can't turn left into it. We'll see in a minute. There's a no left turn sign down here. There you go, look, no left turn. We want to go up that road there on the left. So what we have to do is go down to the next one, come off down to the roundabout thing and back, you'll see in a minute, and back up and then turn right into it. It's not a roundabout on the top, so we have to just go down to this roundabout and do a U-E back over the top and then back in again. But it's not worth, that road is very, very busy, so it's not worth trying to just dive across. Not in the lorry anyway. If you've got a car, maybe it would be worth it, but it's a very, very busy road. we can turn right into the entrance just up here. Some of you will recognise it because I have done a video for this before, but it's not a bad place. It's just a bit awkward to get into with the right hand drive, because with a left hooker normally you turn left in here and turn right in front of them vans and it's at the other end of the building, but with a because I'm right hand drive, I have to go round the back of the building and come up the other way, and there's a electric pylon in the way. You'll have heard me moaning about this electric pylon before. It's not necessarily the electric pylon, because you can work with that, but they will park. Well, it's all right if you're left hooker. They park for people to come in the other way, and they always park right by the side of the electric pylon, and then that makes it even smaller, you know. So this side here is the inside, if you like. This is where they bring the bulk citrus. It's in big bins or it's in crates. Bring it into this side, and then they pack it in the middle, and then it goes for distribution on the other side. The bays are on the other side. It all gets chilled and processed and everything, and then we load it round the other side. And there's my favourite electrical post, just where I don't need it to be. These are the bays we want. On the right hand side there's two, so I'll just nip in and see if I can just back it straight on a bay. I'll talk to you in a minute. Right, back again. See, there's two bays here. Now when it's empty like this, it's fine for me to get on, but it's where the van's parked that makes it difficult. I mean, I can swing in now and I can get round, but you see, if somebody's parked on the bay nearest to me and I've got to get on to the inside one, this one by the pallets, then it makes it difficult because I can't swing the trailer around, and because that van's parked there, I can't just bring it round tight either. So but they've kept all the other side for left hookers open, so the other side, if I was coming in the other way, it would be easier, but we'll get on anyway. It might be a bit of to me to you to me, but we'll manage. There we go, on a bay. I can't figure out how to get the lights working on this trailer. I did speak to my mate. I think there must be a fault with it, because I just can't get them to work, which isn't good because the bloke's moaning that it's too dark in there. But you'll manage. It's a very busy place. At this time of year, coming up for Christmas, they're always busy. Whoa! Now that could have been a disaster. Now this load will have 3 or 4 different deliveries on. They're all going to London markets, but different London markets and different customers in the markets. And what happens is the buyer will contact these people, and they will tell them to put all Fred Smiths together, or John Wayne's together, or Joe Bloggses together, so that when I get to the delivery point, I'm not moving pallets around the trailer. Or say like whatever's on the back goes to one customer, and then the next customer will be all in one block, and make it a lot easier for me to do the deliveries. This load is right to the back doors, so tight that I can't get the bars up, but luckily this trailer's got straps in it, so I've put the straps up. But what we don't want is them to move that 2 inches on and be leaning against the back doors, so that when you open them they all fall out on you. That would just be a nightmare. So that's it, all sorted. Got the paperwork, and I'll just go back out the way I come in, because you can go out the bottom here, but it's just a bit up and downy, so I'll just go back out the way I come in, and say it's the weekend, so it's quiet. Most people are waiting to go home. They're waiting for me so they can go home. So now I'm done, they can go home and I can go up the road. There is a bit of parking at the top end of this industrial estate, and I've parked there before. You have to watch the cars don't block you in sometimes, but what I've done is park there and walk down to the office, because sometimes you're still waiting for stuff to be packed, because this is all fruit area around here and the stuff is coming in all the time. And when it's busy like now up to Christmas, you can be waiting. I mean, obviously we weren't, they were waiting for us, but it's an alright place to park. You see what I mean about this road? It is really busy, and it's only just like a normal, what we would call a normal A road. And sometimes you can be sat here for blooming 20 minutes trying to get out, because obviously you're pulling out heavy because you're fully freighted, and the traffic's just whizzing up and down this road. That's it, we're out. I say we're pulling away slowly because we're fully freighted, and you just really don't need to have anybody run up the back here pulling out in front of them. But that's why it's just not worth, when you come in the opposite way, trying to cut across quickly, because if anything hits you, it's going to be your fault, because all the signs say don't turn left. Still got that lovely sky look. I don't know what that is. It's somebody, I'm sure somebody will comment and say it's one of them, but it's quite an interesting sky, isn't it? It is a lovely day. During the day, we're just coming up to Christmas. During the day, it's it's hot for me. It's in the early 20s, 20, 23, 25, something like that. Not quite shorts weather, but it is hot. But at night it goes really cold. But we're walking around in our t-shirts, and the Spaniards are walking around in their winter woolies with their big coats on and their hats and everything, which is amusing. They think we're nutters. They always say to you, aren't you cold? No, this is like August for us, you know. So we're back on the motorway. This is the AP7 running back up towards Valencia. There's no toll on the AP7 if anybody's coming down this way or going up this way. There's no toll on the AP7 anymore. They've took it off, so it's a good motorway now, so it's well worth using it. It's actually quite nice, this bit of road at this time of year. As you can imagine, during the summer it's absolutely manic, but at this time of year it just makes it quite a pleasant drive. I'm going to make my way back up to the UK now. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for coming along. Benidorm was a blast. Definitely an experience. Wouldn't want to do more than 2 days, but it was definitely experience. Thanks for everybody that's subscribed, and if you haven't, you could do that. That would be great, and thumbs up and everything. That would be perfect. And I will catch up with you next time. Take care, everybody.